Hey everyone, it's December 21st, and that means that if today is your birthday, you share it with serial killer Larry Eyler, known as the highway murderer who claimed 21 victims in the 1980s. And that is him right up there. And if it's really loud right now, it's because they're redoing the roof on my building. I can't do anything about it. Eyler was born in Indiana in 1952, the youngest of 4 children born to his parents who soon divorced. He was abused by his stepfather and dropped out of school as a senior, working odd jobs before earning a GED and enrolling in college. Eyler attended classes between 1974 and 78, but never went consistently and left school without a degree. A troubled young man, he hid from his family and friends that he was gay and didn't know how to accept this part of himself, since due to his upbringing he was also homophobic. Unfortunately for dozens of other men, he acted out violently. In 1978, he was arrested for stabbing a young man after the man rebuffed his advances and was fined just $43 after a friend made a settlement offer of $2,500 to his victim. He had a long-term relationship with a married man, living with him, his wife, and children in a messy arrangement. In 1982, Eyler began picking up and killing gay men, perhaps to hide evidence of his proclivities as he traveled. His first victim was a 14-year-old boy he strangled to death in Indianapolis, followed by stabbing a man 32 times just 3 weeks later. He then drugged and beat a young man who detectives were able to interview, but they didn't realize this crime was related to a growing list of unsolved murders. 2 days later, another man was found dead in a field in Joliet, Illinois. He then killed a man just before Christmas, and 3 days later he killed 2 men in the same day. The body count rose steadily to start in 1983, with 12 men dead by June, the last few victims being mutilated after they were killed. In September of that year, a pickup truck was spotted parked on the side of the highway by an Indiana state trooper, with 2 men walking into a row of trees that border the road. One seemed to have his hands tied, so the officer approached. Eyler identified himself, and his companion told the policeman that he had been propositioned and then bound. A bloody knife was found in the vehicle, and later analysis showed the blood stains were a match for a previous murder victim. But while authorities were investigating Eyler and his ties to the murders, he was a free man and continued to kill. Another 8 men and teen boys turned up dead while Eyler sued the Lake County Sheriff's Office for harassment, claiming their constant surveillance was causing him psychological harm. After his claim was dismissed, he was arrested on his way out of the courtroom, but a pretrial motion excluded all of the evidence found in his trunk, and he was free to kill again. 2 more men were killed before a janitor discovered the remains of a 15-year-old victim in Eyler's garage. He was finally tried and convicted of murder and was sentenced to death, but by that time he had already contracted AIDS, which was thought to be a death sentence in itself in the early 1980s. In 1990, he gave a full account of his crimes to investigators in order to get off death row, and he claimed to have had an accomplice for 4 of the killings, though that man was found not guilty at trial in 1991. Eyler died in prison in 1994 from complications due to AIDS after having confessed to 21 murders in all. If this is your birthday, I hope you have a great day. Leave me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know someone whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Larry Eyler, I say, happy birthday, you bastard.